Good morning. In the previous class, we are discussing about the concept of time series and meaning of time series, definition of time series, mathematical formulation of the time series, and utility of the time series. And also, we have discussed about the component of time series. There are four components are there. One is secular trend or long term movement. Second is periodic movement or short term fluctuations. Under this, again two categories, seasonal variation and cyclical variation. Third is random or irregular variation. So among these three, secular trend and long term, examples and descriptions is there. For other two, periodic movement and short term fluctuation, seasonal variation, cyclical variation and random or irregular variations. For all these, just you refer the book and for the definitions, and that is enough for this. I think MCQ maybe the definition may be asked, that is all. So in this chapter or in this unit, there is a more possibilities of asking MCQ, because all are a little descriptive. So you have to make out the difference between each definition and each components or the meaning, because they give one statement. For example, secular trend means, say they give four answers, so which states different statement may be there. Out of four, one of four is correct answer. So you have to choose one answer, a suitable answer. So to choose the correct or appropriate answer, you should know the difference between each factors. Okay. Now see the what is secular trend. Secular trend is secular trend. Trend means some tendency. So the increase or decrease in the movements of time series is called secular trend. Time series I have explained in the previous class. Time series is the data collected with respect to time. For example, the crop yield for different years in a district or in a village or in a gram panchayat or in a state. That is the time series. So series means Q, means for with respect to time, not the different states the income. So for the year 2021, the crop yield for different states is not the time series. Is the repetition of different data. That is all. But time series means if you consider Karnataka state or Uttar Kannada district or your village, then with respect to time, it may be daily, maybe daily recording. Suppose rainfall in your village may be daily record or weekly record or monthly record or 15 days record. So yearly record. If you consider the yearly record, then for each year 2020, 21, 22, 23, etc. or 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, like this. So 6 years. These are the data collected. Suppose rainfall data is collected in different years. That is a series of time series. Okay. This so make out the difference. Time series means, as I say, the name itself says time series. So with respect to time. Now let us go for the secular trend means this increase. So whenever change is year to year or day to day or monthly each month, so there is increase or decrease the movements of a time series is called a secular trend. If you find any difference, maybe sometimes there may be increased trend or there may be a decreased trend or maybe a no trend at all, no change, it's or stagnant value. That is known as secular trend. So a time series data may show upward trend or downward trend for a period of years, and this may be due to the factors like increase in the population, change in the technological progress, and large scale shift in consumer details. For example, where it happens this trend, population increases over a period of time, what happens? Price increases normally because demand increases over a period of years. Production of goods on the capital market of the country increases over a period of years. These are the examples of upward trend. Similarly, the sales of commodity may be decrease over a period of time because uh, because of better products coming to the market. This is an example of declining trend or a downward trend. This see the figures. First figure is increasing. Second figure is actually see about this. So the different methods are there. So in measurement of trend, there are four methods again: graphic or freehand curve method. Next is method of semi averages, method of curve fitting by principle of least squares, and method of moving averages. This is the method of this freehand. For see with the freehand, downward trend in the declining death rate. The second figure downward trend. First figure is upward trend, population growth, and mathematically we say that the linear or non-linear. If there is no correlation in the third figure, there is no relation at all. So non-linear. You can consider some more example. So population increase over a period of time, price increase over a period of years, production of goods on the capital market of the country increases over a period of years. These are the examples of upward trend. So population increases over a period of time, price also increases over a period of year of production. Then production of goods on the capital market of the country increases over a period of years. So these are the examples of upward trend. Similarly, the sales of community may decrease when the price increases. The period of time of because of the better products coming to the market, or maybe some increase in the price also, the sales of community may decrease. This is the downward trend. Then purpose. What is the purpose of this measuring trend? Why you should take up these measurements? So because of this, so knowledge of past behavior. In the sense, for a certain commodity, so demand increases means then by the knowledge of increase, so one can make a plan of the future with the help of the past experience. So knowledge of past behavior, you can predict the future behavior. So also it's possible to say estimation. What is today's demand? What is tomorrow's demand of a certain product or product commodity? So this is also a purpose of the measuring trend. Next is study of the other components. Next is secular trend. Actually ಇದು ಹಿಂದುಗಡೆ ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಹೇಳಿ. So same repetition is ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Secular trend identifies the underlying the trend of data. It is the long term direction data usually described by the line of best bet. So secular trend is influenced by, so these are the four factors already explained: population, productivity improvement, technical changes, and market changes. The most common methods of declining of the secular trends are these freehand. These are the methods of drawing secular trend. So what is freehand drawing and semi averages and least square method and exponential smoothing. So freehand, just I have shown this. This is the freehand drawing. Next is freehand drawing is like this. See, this is also example of freehand drawing. Freehand drawing involves plotting the data on a scatter diagram. From the plots, you should be able to get an idea of the trend. ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನು ಏನಿದೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. Dots are around this line or very close to this in a linear line. This is the type of freehand drawing. Next is semi averages. So I can explain also. Freehand driving is actually this is the simplest and most flexible method of measuring the or estimating the secular trend, and it consists actually obtaining the histogram by the plotting the time series values on the graph paper and then drawing a freehand. Just in the sense you have to collect the data, the time series data. Then in the graph paper you have to plot. You have to plot all these values, and you get a scatter diagram. With this scatter diagram, you have to draw a freehand smooth curve through these points so that it accurately reflects the long term tendency of the data. Sometimes it may give the idea of trend, sometimes it may not give any idea of that, maybe up or downward trend. There is no clear cut line or clear line about the trend, so that is also possible. So as far as possible, I have to find the trend if it's possible. So while drawing the plots, 2 3 points are there. You should be, the line should be smooth, and the number of points above the trend curve or a line should be more or less equal to the number of points below it. So these some more points are there, so you can refer to the books that. So while plotting the graphs, next is method of semi-averages. Semi-averages means the semi-averages technique is as follows. One is divide the data into equal time range. Nodi, semi-average. You know the meaning of average. In the previous sem you have learnt all that. Semi means half. What does it mean? You have to, in the data given set, make 50% above and make 50% below, so that you have to take the average of these 50% values of the above and 50% of the values of the below the line. That is the semi average method. So divide the data into two equal time ranges and average each of the two time ranges. The draw a straight line through the 2 points. So what does it means? You get 2 points are there. If only two sets are there. If more than two, you have to plot all the points. Second, it will be more clear in the next sheet. See, find the trend from the following data by semi-average method. Data is like this. First row is the different years are given, 89 to 96. This is the semi-average. So only two parts. However, big data or number of years, the data is only two parts, equal parts. So above and below the line. So this production, first line is the different years, second one is the production. 150, 152, 153, 151, 154, 153, 156, 158. So 8 data are there. So 4, 4 and 4. Take the 4. Now if it is odd number, then you have to take the midpoint of that. So there are total 8 trends. Now we distribute it in equal part. Now we calculate the average mean of every part. That is, first part is 150 plus 150, first 4 figures. That is 150 plus 152 plus 153 plus 151. So the 4 figures. So have to divide by 4. If there are 5 figures, then divide it by 5. If there are 10 figures, so divide it by 10. So if there are n figures, so you have to divide it by n figures. So accordingly, there are 8 parts are there. So each part contains 4 values. So division by 4. So first 4 figures are these. So first take a sum of that and divide it by 4. That gives you the average of the first part. Similarly, take the second part of the other half. So that is 154, 153, 156, 158 divided by 4. That gives you 155.25. This is the method of average. Actually, you have to do it actually in this way in the examination also. Actually, this year MCQ, here they may directly ask the semi-average. So what is the semi-average values? They may ask these values. Here, what is the arithmetic mean here? 151.50, and second value is 155.25. They give some data, and with the data, what is the semi-average value? Immediately they may ask. So they quickly can divide it by 2 sets 2 and get the average, that is the semi average value. They may ask like this, what are the semi average values? So you have to take the answer like this: 151.5, 155.25. Suppose this example is given, say, and they may ask to uh, determine the values of these semi average values. Quickly how to do this? So this is the method, you should know this. Easy method, okay, no problem. Next is uh, then you have to take the graph. Graph may not be asked in the MCQ, so just understand how to draw it. The zigzag line, upward and downward line, that is actually original data. For each values are there 89 to 96. So for each year the values are plotted, that is zigzag line. One straight line is, you find now, that straight line is the average, two semi average. So 2 points are there, that 2 points are 155, 151.50 and 155.25. These points are plotted in the graph paper, that is the trend line. If you add these 2 points, that gives a straight line linear trend, so that gives the trend line. Semi average, one more example. This is all about this. So next is next method is curve fitting by least square and method of moving average. We see in the next class. Thank you.